Congratulations to representing our country so proudly. We're so proud of you. And I also want to take the opportunity to congratulate my own Alice Hussein. We're going places. Our distinguished chairperson, ministers of government here present, the Deputy Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General A.I. Bangura, the Excellency Madam Sarafi Wakana, the UN Resident Coordinator, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, senior officers of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, our gallant men and women in uniform, our development partners, civil society and non-state actors, distinguished guests, members of the Fourth Estate, I greet you all warmly on this August, is it morning or afternoon now? I greet you warmly this wonderful rainy August afternoon. A morning, an afternoon, not just for ceremony, but for history in making. First and foremost, allow me to express my profound gratitude to the Chief of Defense Staff and the UN Women for the honor of addressing you today at this official launch of the ELSI-initiated fund project. I am deeply humbled by your confidence in me. This movement is not mine alone. It belongs to every Sierra Leonean woman, to every girl who dreams, and to every family that has sacrificed for peace. I recognize that there are many capable leaders, men and women alike, who could have stood here, but I stand here as not only your First Lady, but as a mother, and as a daughter, and as a woman who has carried the stories of other women across borders and across time. For me, this is not just a keynote, it is a testimony. Whenever I enter a room like this, I carry invisible luggage with me. It is filled with the stories of girls and women whose lives have been interrupted by violence, silenced by discrimination, or dimmed by the lack of opportunity. I have listened to the cries of young survivors. I have seen the scars they carry, not just on their bodies, but in their hearts. And I have felt their courage, their refusal to let brokenness define them. This story guided me to launch the Hands of Our Girls campaign. They have carried me from Freetown to Addis Ababa, from Cambridge to New York, reminding me that wherever Sierra Leonean women stand, they must never stand alone. This initiative we launched here today is part of that same calling. It is about ensuring that no girl's dream of wearing the uniform or leading or serving a nation is cut short by systematic barriers or cultural biases. As we gather here, we cannot forget the chapter of our own story. Not too long ago, in the painful years of our civil war, Sierra Leone was torn apart. Families displaced, dreams destroyed, futures uncertain. In those dark days, our streets were paroled by peacekeepers wearing blue helmets. They became a symbol of safety when safety seems impossible. Today, in a remarkable reversal of fortune, Sierra Leone is no longer only a recipient of peacekeeping, it is a provider. Our men and women serve in Darfur, in Mali, and in other parts of the world where peace trembles on the edge of war. What a transformation. From being kept safe to keeping others safe. This is the full circle of redemption resilience, and rebirth for our nation, Sierra Leone. And now, with the FC initiative, Sierra Leone is taking yet another step, not only contributing groups, but ensuring that women are empowered to stand shoulder to shoulder with men in service, in leadership, and in peacekeeping. This project is not a token gesture. It is a revolution in how we imagine our armed forces. It is about fairness. For too long, women in uniform have faced barriers, limited training, unequal employment, invisible ceiling on leadership. It is about representation, because the Sierra Leone we want to showcase to the world must reflect the strength of all its citizens, not just some. It is about justice, because inclusion is not a favor, it is a right. And it is about transformation, because when women rise, institutions rise, and everybody rise along. Through this project, we will see reforms in recruitment and promotions to ensure transparency. We will see mentorship programs that nurture women into leadership. We will see peacekeeping deployments that are diverse, not only in numbers, but in role and representation in responsibilities. The LC initiative is not about ticking boxes. It is about changing systems. It is about building an armed force that reflects the full potential of Sierra Leone. The theme for today's event is repositioning to meaningfully participate and lead. The reposition is to move beyond the old ways of doing things. It is to reimagine what our armed forces can be. It means upgrading training centers with modern IT labs, reliable water and power, and practical skill training such as driving and computer literacy. It means creating a digital reporting system so that survivors of gender-based violence can be heard, cases can be tracked, and justice can be pursued without fear or favor. It means offering scholarships for female medical students so that our RSLAF medical service reflects gender balance and compassion. It means building a pipeline of female leaders, captains, majors, generals, so that young recruits see what is possible and dare to dream higher. Repositioning also means listening, truly listening to the women who have served, who have struggled, who have led. These voices must be guiding our paths. Peacekeeping is not simply a military exercise. It is a moral responsibility. It is about building trust, protecting the vulnerable, and restoring hope where it has been lost. And women peacekeepers bring something uniquely powerful to the mission. They diffuse tension, bridge divides, and bring a perspective that is often missing in men and dominant space. When Sierra Leone sends women peacekeepers abroad, we are not only contributing to global peace, we are telling the world that Sierra Leone values its daughters, that Sierra Leone invests in equality, and that Sierra Leone believes peace is stronger when women stand at the front line. This transformation cannot be achieved by one person or one institution or one project alone. It requires a shared commitment. So our commanders lead with vision, make space for women to thrive. So our policymakers legislate with courage, tear down barriers that have held women back far too long. So our international partners work beside us. Share your expertise, resources, and solidarity. And to the women of Sierra Leone, your time is now. Step up, start boldly, and please lead unapologetically. This vision aligns with the promises of the Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, my husband, whose leadership is anchored on human capital development. His Excellency's vision is clear: to make Sierra Leone global competitive, to reform policies that empower citizens, and to seek partnerships that uplift our nation. The LC initiative is part of that broader vision of Sierra Leone, where no one is left behind, where no woman's potential is not wasted, and where our armed forces are truly representative of our society. Permit me, in this moment, to speak not only as a leader, but as a mother. I think of the young girls sitting in classrooms today, some in Freetown, some in my hometown, Kwedu, some in villages around the country, where opportunity still seems far away. They look at soldiers in uniforms and whisper, "Can I be like her?" Let today be the day we say, yes, you can. You can serve, you can lead, you can represent Sierra Leone on the world stage. Let every daughter of this land know that her country believes in her. As I close, let me leave you with this. Let this launch not just be a ceremony, let it be a turning point. Let it be the day we choose to reposition not just policy, but mindset. Let it be the day we committed to building our armed forces that reflect the strength of our entire nation. Let it be the day we told the world Sierra Leone is ready, not only to participate, but to lead. So today, with pride and conviction, I officially launch the LC initiative the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces on this 90th day of August 2025 here in the beloved city of Freetown. Long live the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. Long live the Republic of Sierra Leone, and may God continue to bless our beautiful nation. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Excellency First Lady, for launching this important project. We ask us to thank you. For all your efforts. We remember a few years ago, over 300 million are listened to the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. Most of them today are around the country. We know by next year, some of them will be using the affirmative action. Having said that, we now move to the next item, which is about thanks, and that will be delivered by the Director of Gender Equal Opportunities of RSLAF, in the person of Lieutenant Colonel Alex Masako.
Excellency Dr. Fatima Maada Bio, First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Minister of Gender and Community Affairs, Deputy Minister of Defense, Chief of Defense Staff, Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Government Official President, the UN Resident Coordinator, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, service chiefs, United Nations family, directors from ministries, departments, and agencies, principal staff officers from the Defense and Service Headquarters, commanders and commandants of military formations and training institutions, women in uniform, civil society present, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am Lieutenant Colonel Alex Elokuma Masakoi, the Director of Defense, Gender and Equal Opportunity. It is with immense gratitude to Almighty God and a privilege that I give this vote of thanks on this historic occasion of the official launch of the initiative project. In this, we are indeed privileged and honored to have such distinguished guests, numerous to mention, who found time out of their busy schedule to honor our invitation and share with us their vast experiences on the theme, women repositioned, mainstreaming, participate and lead in the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces and support peacekeeping operations. We're indeed very grateful for your presence. I want to extend our deepest gratitude to Her Excellency, the First Lady, whose unwavering commitment to gender equality and empowerment continues to inspire progress in every sector, including our nation's security architecture. Your presence here today reaffirms the critical importance of this project to our national development agenda. To the Minister of Gender and the Deputy Minister of Defense, thank you for your steadfast leadership and support in making today's event possible. Your collective efforts continue to pave the way for transformative change within the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. To the Chief of Defense Staff, service chiefs, and all other senior officers, your dedication to fostering an inclusive and professional armed forces is commendable. Your leadership is vital in ensuring that this project translates from policy to meaningful life reality for the women who serve. A sincere thank to the UN Women Representative and the United Nations Women Office in Sierra Leone for your valuable partnership. Your technical expertise and consistent advocacy have brought us to this significant milestone. And we look forward to the journey ahead. To the distinguished members of the diplomatic and consular corps, your presence underscores the global significance of gender inclusion in peacekeeping and security. We are grateful for your solidarity and continued support. To all commanders, officers, guests, and friends of the armed forces, thank you for standing with us today. This project is not just about policy implementation, but about breaking long-standing barriers and ensuring that uniformed women in Sierra Leone are fully empowered to lead. In conclusion, I wish to reaffirm our collective commitment to to the Women, Peace and Security Agenda, to the principles of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1425, and the goals outlined in our third National Action Plan, the Midterm National Development Plan, and the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act. Together, we are not just launching a project, we are shaping the future of an armed forces that is stronger through diversity and more effective through equality. The special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, it is therefore hoped that when next your assistance is required in a special capacity, you will learn. Once again, I want to reiterate that I'm most grateful to you all and wish you journey mercy to your respective destinations. Thank you and God.
The Wilberforce of Sierra Leone, I thank you very much for honoring our invitation and the godliness of all. And that's what I respectfully ask that rise while our Excellency First Lady and members of the Council class.
We know your answer.
Howdy, Mamilu? Howdy, Mamilu? Imami? Napawa. Imami? Napawa. Howdy, Mamilu?
This no go. Why you no go Ola at the back?
Please don't go before small.